When it comes to marketing, many businesses chase after the lowest prices. But what if I told you that 60% of marketers say low-cost strategies lead to poor results? That's a staggering number. While you might think you're saving money, cheap marketing can actually cost you much more in the long run. Let's face it, we all love a good deal. But in the world of marketing, cutting corners can backfire in surprising ways. Did you know that one bad marketing campaign can lead to a 30% drop in customer trust? It's shocking but true. Cheap tools often lack the features you need, and they can drain your time and resources faster than you think. In this video, we'll explore the hidden dangers of cheap marketing. From wasted budgets to damaged reputations, we'll uncover the costs nobody talks about. So, buckle up. By the end, you'll see why investing in quality marketing is not just a choice but a necessity for long-term success. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The illusion of saving. Cheap isn't free. You might think you're saving money by cutting back on marketing costs, but the truth is, cheap marketing often brings hidden fees. According to the 2023 CMO survey, companies spending less than 5% of their budget on marketing often see lower growth rates than those investing more. That's right, skimping on marketing can actually stifle your business growth. Imagine this: you launch a campaign using a low-cost email marketing service. It seems fine at first, but after a few months, your open rates tank, and your emails start landing in spam folders. Suddenly, the cheap tool you thought was saving you money is costing you potential leads. Data from HubSpot shows that businesses with higher quality email campaigns see 28% higher engagement rates. Cheap tools? Not so much. The issue here is that cheaper marketing tools often lack the analytics and optimization features you need. You might save a few bucks up front, but you lose long-term growth potential. Think of it like buying a budget car that constantly needs repairs. The money you saved quickly disappears in maintenance costs. Marketing is no different. Cheap today can mean costly tomorrow. Chapter 2. The reputation black hole. Cheap marketing tactics can do real damage to your brand's reputation. According to a survey by Edelman, 81% of consumers say that trust in a brand is a deal-breaker when making purchasing decisions. Now, consider this: spammy social media ads, poorly designed websites, or low-quality content can erode that trust almost instantly. Cheap marketing often leads to exactly that: cut corners and rushed execution. Imagine seeing a poorly edited video ad from a company you've never heard of. Chances are, you'd scroll right past it. Worse, you might actively avoid that brand in the future. Studies show that first impressions are made in just 7 seconds. That's all it takes for cheap marketing to hurt your credibility. In today's digital landscape, your reputation is one of your most valuable assets. Losing it over a cheap campaign is a risk not worth taking. Here's a quote to put things into perspective. As branding expert Marty Neumeier says in The Brand Gap, "Your brand isn't what you say it is. It's what they say it is." If you rely on low-quality, low-budget strategies, what they say might not be so flattering. Once your reputation takes a hit, it's a long road to recovery, and that's not something you can fix with a budget-friendly campaign. Chapter 3. Cutting corners. Losing customers. Cheap marketing can also cost you customers, especially loyal ones. According to Salesforce, 76% of customers expect companies to understand their needs and expectations. Yet, when you're using cheap, one-size-fits-all strategies, it's hard to create personalized, engaging experiences. And when customers don't feel valued, they leave. Let's say you're running a low-budget Facebook ad campaign. The audience targeting is basic, and your creative is generic. Sure, you're getting some clicks, but are those the right customers? Research from eConsultancy shows that personalization can deliver up to 20% higher conversion rates. Cheap marketing rarely allows for that level of detail and customization. Instead, it casts a wide net and often reels in low-quality leads. In the long run, this approach could even alienate your most valuable customers. They might start to feel like just another number, rather than someone whose loyalty you truly value. As business expert Seth Godin puts it in This Is Marketing, people do not buy goods and services. They buy relations, stories, and magic. Cheap marketing strips the magic away, leaving only a transaction. And once your loyal customers feel neglected, they won't hesitate to find a brand that treats them better. If you're finding value in this discussion, make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for more insights into how you can improve your marketing strategies. Chapter 4. The unseen tech debt. When tools fail you on the surface, cheap marketing tools sound like a smart choice. You think you're saving money by choosing a budget-friendly option, but the hidden cost comes in the form of tech debt. Simply put, tech debt is when you sacrifice quality for a quick fix, only to pay for it later with performance issues or costly upgrades. Let's talk numbers. Research by Databox found that businesses using advanced marketing automation tools are 53% more likely to see a significant ROI than those using free or low-cost tools. Why? Because cheap tools often lack the features necessary to scale your marketing efforts or provide in-depth data analysis. Without these, you're flying blind, and that's a costly mistake. Imagine trying to track your customer's journey using a free CRM that limits the amount of data you can store. As your business grows, you suddenly find yourself unable to properly track leads or analyze which campaigns are working. Now, you have to spend both time and money migrating to a better system. This is where your cheap solution starts to become expensive. In his book Hacking Growth, Sean Ellis talks about the importance of investing in the right tools early. He says, "You can't grow what you can't measure." Cheap tools rarely offer the kind of tracking or insights needed for sustained growth. So while it might seem like you're saving at first, the lack of critical features will slow you down, forcing you to play catch-up later. Chapter 5, The Hidden Drain. Time is money. One of the biggest hidden costs of cheap marketing is time. Time spent managing low-cost campaigns can quickly add up, eating into your productivity and preventing you from focusing on more strategic tasks. According to a study by HubSpot, 43% of marketers say that executing marketing campaigns takes up the majority of their time. If you're using cheap tools or DIY strategies, that number can easily be even higher. Here's an example. You run a small business and decide to save money by doing your own social media marketing instead of hiring help. At first, it seems manageable. But soon, you find yourself spending hours each day scheduling posts, responding to comments, and tweaking underperforming ads. Those hours add up fast, and could have been spent growing other parts of your business. Time is money, and in marketing, this is especially true. If you're spending more time than necessary on low-budget tools or campaigns, you're actually losing money. In his book Atomic Habits, James Clear writes, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." Cheap marketing usually means broken systems, which drain both time and resources. It's not just about saving cash up front, it's about using your time and tools wisely for long-term success. Chapter 6, When cheap marketing becomes a PR nightmare. One of the worst hidden costs of cheap marketing? It can turn into a full-blown PR disaster. When you cut corners on marketing, you risk putting out content that's poorly executed, offensive, or simply irrelevant to your audience. And in today's world of social media, one bad move can quickly spiral into a crisis. Take the infamous example of the fast food chain that tried to capitalize on a social justice movement with a poorly thought-out ad campaign. The backlash was immediate, and the damage to their brand was severe. According to a report by PwC, 32% of consumers say they would stop doing business with a brand they loved after just one bad experience. That's a massive hit to your customer base, all because of a poorly executed marketing tactic. Cheap marketing doesn't allow room for nuance or thoughtful strategy. Whether it's a low-budget video ad or an under-researched social media post, the cost of fixing a PR mistake can far outweigh what you saved up front. In his book Contagious, Jonah Berger explains, bad news spreads faster than good. Once you put out a bad campaign, it's hard to control the narrative, and your brand's reputation may suffer in the long run. Even worse, a cheap PR crisis can lead to legal issues. If you cut costs on a marketing strategy and it involves misleading claims or poor handling of customer data, you could face lawsuits or hefty fines. Suddenly, that cheap marketing campaign is costing you in both financial and reputational damage. If you enjoyed these insights and want to learn more about smart marketing strategies, don't forget to subscribe. Your business deserves the best, and we're here to help you achieve it.